Well, folks, we're here for round 3 on Spednic Lake. I have my guest today, Wilf Edmunds from Riverview. We put in this morning and the water is seriously down. We had a hard time getting the boat off the trailer. Big rock piles like the one on the right here are everywhere, so we're going to be really careful this morning. Lots of shallow rocks, and we're going to be careful we don't break this boat.
I'm going with a topwater, a whopper plopper, actually 90. Makes a good sound on the water, so we'll give her a hook and see how we make out.
We've got the boat down off plane. We're up in the back of one of the coves, and we actually both went to a topwater right away because as we were coming in, even over the open water, there was lots of activity on the surface of the lake. So they're coming up and feeding on something on top, so we're going to fish on top to get started.
Feels good. Feels good to get that first strike of the day.
Yeah, he's actually he's bigger than I thought. He looked like a little wee guy when he first jumped on it.
Yeah, he felt stronger in the weeds.
He's not too bad.
Not too bad.
I hadn't even moved it after it hit the water. Woohoo! Oh, nice one too.
If you need the net, let me know.
No. So it's actually funny because it's almost like a transition line here. I'm not showing any grass on the sonar unit. Yeah. But I got grass right here on this side. So the nose is not on grass and the rest of the boat is. Okie dokie. Again, we're going to be careful with the handling because we have 2 sets of very, very sharp treble hooks in this guy. And up.
That's a nice one, Rick.
Jack all topwater, not really very big either, but I mean it depends on the size of the bait that they're feeding on today. He's chunky, he's eating good, no hook marks. So.
Fairly long weed line here, Rick, eh?
Yeah, it goes in quite a way, and there seems almost like with that old creek channel, it almost seems like there's an area in the middle that's devoid of grass.
Yeah.
He missed it. Look at him chasing it. There he got it. He was chasing it.
Good job.
Yeah. Again, it just hit the water, never even moved it. He jumped over it, missed it, and I left it there and he just come back and he smashed it again. Gotta like that. What did I say first thing this morning? Crazy smallmouth. Yeah, another nice one too. He's about as good as the last one. Been fishing about 10 minutes and this is the 3rd smallmouth we've had on in 10 minutes. And I don't care where you live, that's good fishing.
It sure is.
In the shade. He said it's shady under there. Oh, he's even bigger. He's a little bigger. Yeah. Right there a bit more. And up. Yes, sir. There we go. Yeah, again, all bronzy brown. No real lines on them from being in the grass or anything. Again, not a mark on them. Beautiful fish.
So it's basically just a 6-inch
stick bait,
kind of stick bait with a kind of a flat tail on it, and I just rigged a Texas rig with a 1/4 ounce.
Has it got a fatter head on it? Looks like it.
Yes, it does. Yeah. And it's the Elastec. They normally last longer than regular stick baits, but I like their product, so I give it a try.
Well, she's got another one right with him, Wilf.
Yes.
Big. I'll try and hold him there. Yeah, another one right underneath him. Drop it right on my line. If they tangle it, so be it. Yeah, he had the bottom ones are all, the ones that follow are usually bigger too, for whatever reason. It'd be nice to get a double there.
Yeah, it sure would.
Yeah. That's the joy with this clear. He's way over here now. The joy with this clear water is that you can see down in there. I'd say the follower's gone. I don't see him anymore, but he's close. Okay, don't hurt me. Nope. Ooh, bad.
Yes, sir. Another nice one, bud.
Yeah. It didn't start off as a do-nothing strategy, but each one of those ones I've hooked. The first two, I just cast it and it was sitting there. And the last one, I was talking and it was just sitting there. And so they've all hit it at a dead stop, not moving at all.
Stay on, baby.
That might be one of the bigger ones coming through. They always look big in the air, but that looked big in the air.
Come on, stay on.
Oh, there he is. Oh, that's a big fish, Wolf. That's a picture taking fish for the show. Look at the buddy underneath him.
Yes.
Two of them underneath him.
There's two of them underneath him, is right.
That's right. He's too big now. He's under. Son of a gun, eh? They're just, boys, every time he gets near that net, he leaves.
Whew.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, boy.
Yeah, he had buddies.
Yeah, I saw two there with him.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger, that's one of the bigger fish on this end of the lake, right there.
It was awesome.
That's a big fish.
I was
I
kind
got
of
one too. I threw back. I got the little one. Wilf had a couple follow in while he's getting that guy dealt with. I just threw that sticko back there to see. Oh, what do we got here? That is a baby largemouth.
Is it? It is too.
Yeah, little largemouth. Does that sound funny? A little largemouth?
It does sound kind of funny.
Gonna get a picture of that.
Yeah.
One. That's a good fish right there.
It was awesome.
I saw it jump. I don't usually get the net, but I saw it come up. I knew it was a good fish when it came up. That's a nice fish right there.
What do you figure, Rig?
Yeah, that's over 3 pounds, Wolf. That's a high 3. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's a good fish right there.
There you go, buddy. I was casting out pretty much 90 degrees to the boat and just kind of dragging this Senko behind me, and he hammered it, drug him through the weeds, and yeah, it was the best one of the day so far for me, for sure.
The best one of the day, period, so far. When Wilf had that last fish on, there was 2 more underneath it. So I threw back while he was getting the hook out of that one, and I got that small largemouth, and I dropped the anchor as well. I got the talon down, and I threw back that same general area again, and we've got this. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming it's a smallmouth. I'm assuming it's a good smallmouth.
You want a net there, Rick?
I don't know yet. I haven't seen him. He's full of it, whatever.
Yeah, he is.
It is a bass. I did see enough of him to know it's not a pickerel. Come on.
There you go.
He's good.
Another nice one, man.
Yeah, yours is still the bigger one, but this is a good fish. I'd take these all day long.
Oh, yes, you would.
Tournament days.
5 of those in tournament day, you'd be good, especially by 10 o'clock in the morning. That's a real nice fish.
Yeah, he ate that. There. Yeah, there we go. Wilf's was bigger, but that is still an outstanding smallmouth right there.
It's a great fish. Yeah.
It was kind of neat because he hit it and I set the hook and missed him, and I just stopped right there and just let it sink back down. He picked it up again. So he's definitely aggressive. Welcome back to Backwater Casting. In this part of the show, Wilf and I are having a ball catching tons of smallmouth, and we're going to chat with him a little bit about his long career in the Canadian Armed Forces and also his love of sports.
He wants to go under the boat again.
Oh, they like it under the boat. Boy, he's taking some line, isn't he?
He sure is.
Yeah. Netter or no netter?
He's dragging some weeds around with him, so I'm not sure.
Turn him. That's bigger than I thought he was.
There we go. Whew.
Now we're starting to cook. We're getting them now.
Yes, boy.
They're eating good. He's got more striping than some of the other ones we caught out a little deeper.
Yeah, he
He's
does,
got
actually.
some barring on him from being up in the grass.
Yeah. This little guy. 2 pound fish, I guess,
Oh,
Rick?
more than 2.
A little over 2. There you go, Rick.
He came back. Well, definitely seems like putting the talon down was the ticket, because we started, you had that when we were still moving, but we dropped that talon and we've caught a few bites right afterwards.
That's right.
So staying put seems to be the ticket. No trolling motor noise even on low. There he is.
Net, Rick?
Nope. No, even my own 2-pounders, I'll deal with them. Boy, he ate that too. There. The bass in the spring and fall tend to group up, and it's more common to see multiple fish come to the boat, but this time of year not so much. They're usually scattered in the grass, but Wilf, that really nice one there a minute ago, and there was at least 2 more underneath it, and I think we've caught 3 fish right here in the same spot. So they're bunched up right here for something.
Would be a fish.
Another big one too. He's just wanting me to get that Ned now. He's tormenting me. Lord, listen to him.
It's number 2 and 3 jump.
He's just ticked right off too. But that's another big fish, Wolf. He likes it under the boat, doesn't he?
Sure does. Come on, buddy.
And the wind's blowing us away. He should be staying out. Oh, he's under again. He likes it under there.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Another nice one.
Yeah. Not quite a double header, but close. There we go. Another nice one. Not a mark on this one, only from my hook, Rick.
Yeah. Oh, it's outstanding. These are great fish. Yeah. That's almost as big as that other one, Wilf. That's another big fish.
There we go.
Another decent fish. No, I'm gonna get him. No, I'm good. I gotta get one as big as yours before I'll get the net. These are nice solid fish though. I mean, these for us would be tournament grade fish here in New Brunswick. These are all tournament grade fish. Nice fish. So I said this earlier this morning, the nice thing about this is we're in this most gorgeous lake here in New Brunswick, and none of the fish that we've caught this morning have a noticeable mark from being ever hooked before. How nice is that? I mean, this is an absolutely beautiful lake. We haven't seen a boat all day. Well, it's only morning, but we haven't seen anybody, heard anybody. I saw the lines move a bit and I swung and there was nothing there, and it moved again and I swung and there was nothing there, and I started reeling and there was nothing there because he was almost to the boat. So he'd have done himself if I'd let him go a minute longer. Netter. Watch your rod.
Yeah, it's a good size one.
Yeah, chunky.
Yeah, caught that on a pearl and chartreuse Senko, actually. Nice one. Yeah, I watched Rick throw a Senko and caught a few fish, so I decided to switch it up. What I was initially throwing was the topwater. I switched it up to a Senko. It's just a pearl and chartreuse tail. Looks like a baby bass color, so went with that and was fortunate enough to snag one through the weeds there.
Well, why don't you tell the folks at home a little bit about your career in the Canadian Armed Services?
Yeah, so I joined the military in 1987, and I did 22 years in the regular force or active duty, and I actually retired in 2008, and I went south of the border, first in Phoenix, Arizona, and then to Baltimore, Maryland. I did 3 years of defense contracting. I was a subcontractor for Boeing Aerospace on an intelligence platform that they were building for the United States Army intelligence community. The contract ran its course, and I came back to Canada, and I hooked on a full-time reserve job in Moncton. And I was there from basically 2013 till I retired for good in 2018.
So you've had a very lengthy career.
Yeah, the total span of it was 31 years, 28 years of military service, and then 3 years in the defense contracting world.
Yeah. So in that time, did you spend a lot of time out of country?
Yeah, I did like domestic-wise, I did a 4-year tour of duty with the U.S. Air Force on board the, they call it the AWACS out of Tinker, Oklahoma. It's
Yeah.
an airborne warning and control system. It's basically a giant, looks like it got a big black frisbee on top of the airplane. It's an intelligence surveillance platform. I did Iraq a couple times with those guys from the air, and then came back to Canada, and I was fortunate enough to deploy with the Canadian Special Operations Regiment as a forward air controller, or a JTAC, to Afghanistan.
So you've had a varied career.
Yeah,
So Wilf, being from Cape Breton, I'm sure you got an early start on angling. So how did that work, and what were you fishing for down there?
used to fish, you know, mainly just mackerel and trout, and used to go out to Trout Brook Road and fish a little bit. My buddy had a cottage on the Myra River, so we'd fish some trout and perch and stuff there, and then kind of got away from it when I joined the military, and then got back into it when I had my 2 sons. And then when I came to Moncton here in 2013, I said it's time to, you know, to get back into it, because my body was shutting down as far as competitive hockey and ball and stuff goes. So I need to find a sport that I can still, you know, you enjoy the competition. So looking for a sport that I can still compete at, and so fishing it is. And now I'm 100% in.
Line tightened, and I thought it was a fish, and I just popped it out of the grass, and there was nothing there, and then there was.
Well, let me get the net, Rick.
No, he's not that big. I got him. Not netting anything. It wasn't as big as that first one you caught. Well, not your first one, but the big one.
Yeah.
You got the big one. Again, this is another beautiful example of a New Brunswick smallmouth. And again, no marks on him. There's not a mark on that guy.
Yeah. So Rick, what'd you catch that on? Was it a green pumpkin?
It's a really light colored green pumpkin, but it's got some copper flake in it. So what other competitive sports have you been in, Will?
I was a real big baseball and especially fast pitch softball player growing up in Cape Breton.
I'm assuming a smallmouth. Well, I guess one should never assume anything, but it doesn't fight like a pickerel. So we had a real lull there for a while. It looked like
we did.
Just lost the bite, and all of a sudden it's come back again. So hard to figure out what turns them on and turns them off. Yep, nice solid fish there too, another good one.
It's a real nice one.
Yeah, these are solid fish.
They've pretty much all been solid so far.
Yeah, they are. We haven't caught any real small ones.
No, we
These
haven't.
are all solid.
And you had changed up your colors?
Well, that was that watermelon. I just put a watermelon on. It's still a similar light hue to it.
Yeah.
There he is. Well, he might be a little bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's a good size.
Come here.
Oh, that's a dandy.
Very.
Nice fish, Rick.
Yeah.
Stay on, baby.
Yeah, coming. That looks like a netter. He certainly made enough racket when he jumped.
Got her?
That one. And
Yes, boy. Catch those all day long.
absolutely. There.
The last two was the baby bass pearl Zenko.
So that's 3 attempts on the crankbait.
Yeah.
God, for the size of them, holy Lord. Okay, and up. Yeah, not the biggest fish of the day, but he's mighty.
Yeah, he's decent. Just got a small mouth there. I'm hoping he's gonna fall off on the way up. We're back to the Fatty Z, Canada Cry.
Just one. There he is. Yeah, he missed that the first time. He rolled on it, and I give it a little pop, and he just turned right around, smacked it. Ooh, look at the bits and pieces of crayfish he's throwing up. There, he threw one right in the boat for us. Whoops, and he's gone, just like that. This is what they're eating right there. He threw a couple of them up. The base color is green pumpkin, and that orange is like lobster, I guess, when you cook them.
Yeah.
He's partly digested.
Yeah.
But the base color is that green pumpkin. And what we're looking at here, Wilf, it's got some boulders right there that you can see them out about 20 feet offshore, and it just comes down really fast into the 20s.
Yeah.
And we've found fish here before. We actually did fish this before, and with the wind pushing through this gap between these two small islands, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some fish laying in there.
Feels decent.
Down there quite a ways. I can see him down there. Yeah, he's a couple of pounds. Definitely goes on the decent scale.
Yep, got her. That was on the Fatty Sea again. I figured we're so deep, and with the wind, I wanted something with the weight there to get down to the bottom. So I was just dragging it back, but he was a ways back there, so I couldn't tell how big he was. He felt big.
He looks 2-ish or less. Oh, there's another 2 more with him, Wilf.
Is there?
Yeah, there's 2 more. Right underneath him, see him?
Yeah.
No, they must have left.
Yeah.
No, there was 3 of them, 2 underneath.
He's a good size.
He's heavier than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's a good size,
I
Rick.
could feel the bend when I picked him up. No marks, not caught before.
Beauty.
Well,
Great day, Rick.
what an awesome day. I mean,
It
great
was.
guy to have out in the boat. We had lots of fun. You got the biggest bass right off early this morning, and we weren't able to beat it, but we sure tried. But
We
some
had
nice fish.
Yeah, it was a real good day. We put a lot of fish in the boat. Maybe not a 4-pounder, but we got a bunch of 2s and 3s for sure.
That big one you had this morning was well up there.
Really,
Anyway, for you folks that have never been on Spednic before, this is the stage 3, I guess, of our Explore the Lake Day. And if you come, be careful. Watch the water levels. Today she's down at least a foot. It's hard to get the boat off the trailer today. So if you come here, it's an awesome lake, but just be careful. Hope you're watching the show and you enjoy it, because we had a lot of fun making it.